Southern Village. It's Doug, the ground supervisor, coming to you from the ground shop today. Why are we here? Well, it's change of seasons, so just thought I'd bring you up to date a little bit on what's going on with the grounds team, and you can kind of see a little bit of our mess that we have. And the mess we have right now is going from our summer, fall season to winter season. So we have snow implements out, we have mowers out, we have salt in the shed. I'm not sure how much salt we have in the ground shop right now, but it's quite a bit. So we have most of what we need here for the winter. We still have some storage over at the Hoover farm though, so we don't have everything here. But we are getting ready for winter. But that also means that when it comes to fall items, like cleaning up shrubbery beds, trimming shrubs, finishing leaf cleanup, tends to take us a little bit longer. But you know, the good thing is the grounds team is here every day throughout the year. So whether we're doing snow work or we're doing cleanup work, we will continue to do that all winter. And hopefully we don't have snow on the ground all winter and we can progress with that. So if you're thinking that we need to do something, you're probably right, and we will get to that as the season goes along. So we are, almost at the point right now where leaves are done. So bed cleanup and finishing up the leaves from the trees. So what I wanted to do today though is to get us thinking a little bit about winter and snow and bad weather. There's some tips that I want to give to you for you to start thinking about. One of the first tips that I would like to mention is if you live in a ground floor apartment or you have a cottage and you have decorations like solar lights or concrete little statues or something near your sidewalks, this is a good time to get that stuff moved away from the sidewalk or taken in, because once it starts snowing, we're not able to see that, and the grounds team isn't responsible for making errors in running things over or catching things along the edge of the sidewalk. So it'd be a good time to either move them farther from the sidewalk or to take them out for the winter, which is a better idea. The other thing is if you have floor mats, doormats, welcome mats, whatever term you want to use for your mats going into your doorway, make sure they're up against your door and not out on the sidewalk. When we come through to clear snow, here again, an inch of snow hides a lot of that stuff, so we need all that stuff to be cleared out of the way. The other thing is to start thinking about things to keep yourself safe. Like one of the things I always like to bring up is footwear. You want to make sure you have good winter footwear. And what is that? Well, boots are the best thing. They generally give you better traction, but you want to have something, smooth-soled shoes, even sneakers and stuff aren't always the best for winter. So make sure you have some good winter footwear. Along with that, if you're walking, you want to make sure you slow your pace down in the winter. Make sure you got sure footing as you're walking. And also, if you're going back, if you have to go out in inclement weather, make sure you're not overburdening yourself with carrying heavy loads or carrying extra things. Keep things to a minimal when you're walking in slippy areas. The other thing that helps the grounds team, if we're out and it's snowing and you have to be out, wear bright colored clothing. You don't have to be as bright as us, but it's just nice to have bright stuff on that people can see you when it's out. My recommendation always is if it's bad weather and you don't have to go out, don't go out. We're in Lancaster County. You give it a day and things start to improve rapidly. So if you can stay in, that is always the best thing you can do. I'm going to do some more videos on the how-tos of what we do with snow removal, but we still got a lot of work at getting some of these things put together and put onto our equipment and getting them tested so that they're ready to go. I will be doing another video later, but there are some other things I wanted to bring up as far as with the snow removal team. One thing is you are out on sidewalks or you're driving, please watch for equipment that is doing snow removal. We do not have the visibility that you think we do when we're doing snow removal because of either attachments that are on equipment or just the fact of focusing on what we're doing. So always give us plenty of room to operate on what we're trying to achieve at removing snow. The other thing with things to think about now as far as the snow clearing is if you're parking regularly at a parking space that has a sidewalk, I would look now at how far you're pulling over the sidewalk. You know, if your front end is over the concrete and not at the edge of the blacktop, you know, we are not able to get through with equipment, which hinders us from clearing the sidewalk well. The other thing with that is we do pre-treating, and the machine that does the pre-treating is one of our UTVs. It's the John Deere Gators. We have a tank on the back. It drives down the sidewalk. It puts salt brine down on the sidewalk. And that is wider than most of our items that we use to do sidewalk work. So if even before it snows, we need clear sidewalks. Otherwise, we can't treat or we can't clear the area in front of your car. So just as you're parking now, just start thinking about how you're parking and where it's at. And you know, it's just really, really helpful to us to do a better job and a more efficient job if we don't have cars parked over the sidewalk. You know, we have a system of snow removal, and it is, you know, it has certain areas of the campus have to be done first, and then you know, unfortunately, we can't be everywhere. And in the next video, I'll be going over more of what that system is and how we go into the details of that. I'll also be going into, you know, why do we have so many different types of salt and what do they do? The big thing to remember with salt, though, is salt does not make snow go away. In other words, if it is snowing, you can't put enough salt down to make it disappear. So it has to stop snowing in order for salt to be effective. So keep that in mind that if it's snowing, it's going to be slippy and it's going to be wet. You know, it's going to be white. There's nothing that I can do to make it go away until it stops snowing. Then we can get the campus in really, really good shape. And then that'll help things move along on the system of the snow removal. And one of the things that we run into occasionally over the, you know, through storms is, you know, you're parked out in parking spaces and your car has snow on it and, you know, you want to get things cleared and you want your parking space cleared. My first thought on that is just please be patient. And if we're in your parking lot clearing snow, please don't come out and move your car. That is one of the tips. Just wait till we leave the parking lot. That'll enable you to have time to do that. We don't want people out when we're trying to clear parking lots. What we will do is we will clear as many parking spaces as we can in your parking lot, which will enable you to clear your car and move it to a clean spot. We'll have that salted, it'll be safer, and then we circle around campus continually. Patience is the big thing. The grounds team is here every day, and if it's snowing and there's snowstorms, we're here 7 days a week if we have to be. But along with that comes, you know, we get tired, we get fatigued. Here again, that's why be patient, give us room. The other thing when it comes to clearing the campus and making it perfectly safe is when the snow stops, it generally takes us between 8 and 12 hours to have the campus cleared and really in good shape. So just keep that in mind. You know, sometimes the sun comes out and we are still trying to get things cleared up and safe for you to move around campus. So there's no reason for anyone to get hurt during the winter months if we're all prepared and we're all thinking about being safe over the winter. So Look forward to my next video. I'll go into more details on the salt we use, why we use it, some of the equipment we use, and we'll keep you informed on how the grounds team goes about the winter snow removal. So thanks again. Have a great winter.